Good afternoon, this is Nick with Williams Sewer Line Inspectors performing a video inspection of 219 Berendo in Los Feliz. Right now we're looking into the main line. In front of us the water is backed up. Been trying quite some bit to get through this particular point, but there's something blocking the line at this point. It's obviously holding water, causing a little bit of a backup. Whatever it is there, whether it's roots or some small break in the pipe or a large break in the pipe, it won't allow the camera to get past this point. So what's going to resolve this issue is to go ahead and get a hydrojetting that will clear out all of these roots and hopefully restore flow to the system in order to be able to take a look at the rest of the line, and then a second inspection after that point. This is right at the city planter area before the city street. As the pipe is traveling off the property, it's right underneath the ficus tree, right out there. It's about 5 foot deep. This pipe that we're in right now is a clay pipe, and clay is typically a very good pipe for sewer lines because it does rusting or corrosion of the pipe material. So it really does have a very long potential life without needing to be replaced. The only things that will cause a clay line to fail are when the line either has very heavy roots, which can cause a piece of the pipe to break, or larger earthquakes hitting the line. The pipe is not a flexible material, so when exposed to very heavy stresses, it will just crack rather than flex or bend. At this point, we are in the front yard, just before the sidewalk, and the line has transitioned to a material called cast iron pipe. Cast iron pipe is a very, very durable, strong pipe, but it does rust, and over the years it will rust and corrode to a point where it will need to be replaced. Typically cast iron will last for about 80 years before needing a replacement. At this point, this pipe is not exhibiting the signs of actual failure, but is showing that it's advanced in age. So being able to determine whether this pipe has an additional 10 years or less, or 20 years, or even possibly more than 20 years is very difficult to tell from just a visual inspection. What we're actually trying to determine is how much pipe wall thickness is remaining and how much has been rusted away. And there is no test at this time that will tell us that exactly in any particular area. So at this point, just giving it a educated guess based off of the conditions that I'm seeing, and more specifically what I'm not seeing in this pipe, is looking like it might have another 10 to 20 years of life left to it. No guarantees can be made because of the reasons that I gave earlier with cast iron pipe. However, cast iron does fail very slowly and doesn't just all at once stop working. So given additional inspections done maybe even 2 to 5 years from this time, we'll let you know a little bit more precisely how soon, or at least give you an indication of when it starts to fail. Give you an idea of when it needs to be replaced. A lot of the pipe underneath the house has been replaced with a plastic material, which is a really good material. We're not going to see underneath the house, but I was able to look under there from a crawl space. The pipe that I could see under the house was plastic. Typically, when these replacements are done, it'll either be done in one of two ways. All the pipe that is visible underneath the house, underneath the structure, all the visible cast iron will usually be replaced, leaving just all that cast iron that was going under the ground. When it's time to replace this cast iron outside of the house, I would go ahead and have a look at that cast iron inside the house and just replace it at the same time. Additionally, I wouldn't do any major work to the floors. Well, actually there is crawl space here, so that's not even an issue. So really the only issue is when this cast iron is ready to be replaced, the stuff that's going outside the house and running along the side of the house and out into the front yard, at that same time, I would just do a full replacement of anything underneath the house, just double checking to make sure that all that plastic is gone, or all the plastic is there and the cast iron is gone. Okay, so overall, this line is clay and cast iron. It doesn't appear to be in failure at this time, except for that one point, which is stopping our inspection from proceeding. Now, that could be two things. It could be a major root intrusion blocking the pipe, in which case a cleaning and a reinspection would be all that's needed. Or it could be a break in the pipe, in which case a repair would be needed. It's about 5 feet deep, where it's at, underneath the city planter area. Please see my written report for all final findings and recommendations. Again, this is Nick with Williams Sewer Line Inspectors. Thank you very much, and have a great day.